ever playing a show and breaking a string? What does one do in this situation? Keep playing?
The music always is something being reborn. So it's nice to see people singing Old Country or whatever I heard being reintroduced in different forms and different formats. I know, it's just energy producing.
Heather Johnston is a volunteer with the Arthritis Society who was diagnosed with a degenerative disc disease in her spine when she was only 16 years old.
Was told honestly that it shouldn't be too much of a problem until I was in my 40s or 50s, and then had an accident in 2008. Long story short, that accident slowly unfolded to, in the last 4 years, I've had 7 surgeries on my back, including the implantation of a spinal cord stimulator and the development of a ton of osteoarthritis in my spine. What is the tension, especially around your eyes and in your jaw? Now relax.
All over the world, kids need some love and affection all over the world, because there's so many kids that go without that nobody knows, and that is a true fact.
Brandon Piper, Fanshawe Learns.
Merry Christmas.
I know that our population is a little more sedate than prior years, prior decades, and I think it's important that the kids learn how to be physically active, but they also enjoy being with some teammates and learning about sportsmanship and rules of fair play.
2 completely different paths led here to the Western Fair Sports Center. You have Coombe, who's an undrafted D-man who played AA last season, and then there's Whitaker, who was drafted by the London Knights in the 4th round of the 2016 OHL priority selection. For Coombe, jumping from AA to junior was no simple task, but he's motivated to keep the dream alive.
I really want to see where hockey can take me, and hopefully it takes me big places.
Brendan Piper, Fanshawe Learns. Murner describes the moment of truth that led to Fanshawe Gold.
Well, I said a couple choice words in my head, and I was running over, legs shaking, and I just said, I hope I don't drop this ball. And I caught it, and it was just, from there, it's hard to even explain what happened. It was crazy. It was a great feeling.
Boys are already looking ahead and are shaping themselves up for a shot at a repeat in 2017.
Well, we're actually going to start a little weightlifting program probably in the next couple weeks or so. So just keeping guys strong, you know. Other than that, just trying to get our reps in, get our work in.
Live competitive football in a real life situation. This is the first time he's played in since he was at St. Andrews. And you know what? I thought he's kind of been the key to our, one of our keys to our success on offense. And I felt that he's gotten better every week.
I think at first it was a transition, but now that I've kind of got going and we're kind of getting into the season, I've kind of transitioned well.
It's called Flanders Red Ale. On its label is the memorial to Vimy Ridge. It's Fort River's way of paying homage to the many veterans who lost their lives 100 years ago. Flanders Red is aged in barrels and fermented for around a year's time, and at 6.7%, it packs a punch.
Very sharp acidity to it, almost like sour dried plums or figs, cherries, cherry notes to it, and a little bit of sort of residual sweetness. So you get kind of the sweet, the sour, the fruit, and some of those wine characteristics come through that sort of leach from the barrels.
I like it. So what's the verdict from our veterans?
I like it. The birth of Canada really as a nation sort of traced back to Vimy and the battle there, and sort of the birth of Canada as a nation. So we want to sort of go back and sort of pay respect and honor that.
My dad's father, actually, he never got to meet him. He went over to England to fight before my dad was born, and was killed coming back from a bombing run and crashed into a mountain in England. So I don't have that much connection to that side of the family because of that.
For every bottle of Flanders Red sold, $1 will go to Soldier On, which is a Canadian Armed Forces program that provides support for soldiers who are overcoming mental and physical illnesses through sports.
It's really means something to us, and we couldn't really release something like a beer called Flanders Red, something that was so evocative of that area, without tipping our hat to the veterans and the soldiers.
And if we can raise the profile and awareness of supporting veterans, and at the meantime use this as kind of a conduit to help raise some money and support and bring people together, then I think that's win-win for everybody. So.
Fanshawe Learns, I'm Brandon Piper.